Welcome back to Making a Difference on Buzz TV. I'm Mike White. Join me today is a great trustee in our community, Judge Brian Davis. Welcome to the program.
Thank you, Michael.
So you are a distinguished Eagle Scout. You've been involved in the scouting program for a while. How did you get started in Boy Scouts?
My parents, as I think most scouts do, started me in scouting when I was actually a Cub Scout, 7 or 8 years old, through our church, which was the charter organization for the pack and the troop that I eventually joined.
And you continued on through scouting, through Cub Scouts to Boy Scouts to Eagle Scout, and then you've continued to support the organization throughout your career. What has been most rewarding to you that you have taken out of scouting?
Well, personally, the values that scouting teaches has guided me most of my life since I've been involved in it. As a teenager, it was the fun of outdoor activities, learning new and different skills and hobbies, if you will, that scouting allowed. But at the same time, unbeknownst to me, learning a set of values that were cloaked in the fun of scouting that I think all children enjoy. Values that have continued to serve me over the course of my adult life and even in my job as a judge. The laws that it teaches, the values that are involved in scouting continue to serve me personally. In terms of meaningfulness for others, I take great joy from watching children benefit from that same experience and being involved in helping them have it as an adult volunteer has been extraordinarily rewarding for me.
What's interesting is, excuse me, from Sheriff Mike Williams and even John Rutherford, is every year they would talk and they would say they would take the kids who are in scouting, the database, and run it through their systems. And it's very rare that you find someone who went through the scouting program and obtained the rank of Eagle Scout that is in their systems. And do you see today with the values that Scouts teaching, is that missing in our community?
It is missing. You know, I urge parents to explore this program. It's grown in some very interesting ways, just as our society and community has, in that it's become more expansive and inclusive. It's always been diverse. It has an international orientation. I mean, scouting is recognized and practiced around the world. But in our communities in particular, there is not, even compared to the time of my youth, it's not as embraced in communities where it could probably do more good. So I am a proponent, an advocate, a salesman for the process, because it is a process of inculcating values that we want all of our citizens and our children to possess and to learn and to grow with. So yeah, I think I'm not surprised to hear that the sheriff's statistics are what they are. And I don't think it applies just to Eagle Scouts. I think if you look at the database for scouting generally and compare it to the juvenile delinquency records in the community, you'll find that there's not a lot of overlap.
And we've had the opportunity to interview so many people that have gone through scouting, obtained Eagle Scout, and hearing their positions on it and what they learned, but from the public speaking to how to interact, to how to respect. And it's the trustworthy and the loyal, and it's the different values you really learn. So it's exciting that Scouts has been around over 100 years. It is now full family inclusion, which I think is a very positive move, where it really engages the parents together to be able to take part in these activities.
You know, it not only teaches the values about which we've spoken, but it teaches teamwork, which is, as we become more diverse and inclusive in our communities, the necessity of learning teamwork is even more important. It teaches leadership. As you advance in scouting, you become a more effective leader. So it brings to us as a community the kinds of things that we want to see reflected in our adult population across all of its permutations. So I urge parents to explore the program, to compare it, and to hopefully choose it for their children.
Well, thank you for being a great trustee and joining us on the program today. And thank you for joining us on Buzz TV. Sign your child up for Scouts at beascout.org today.